Hey guys, Marcus here from Tokullectibles, and you're probably wondering why I'm doing this video. I'm doing it for both you and me. Because you see, we get so much stuff in during the week, so a lot of things come in and we don't always get time to sit there and appreciate it. And I kind of feel like taking the weekend to kind of look at some of the things that came in and some of the things that got announced would be a good way to cap things off. So, first up, the toy history book. This guy gets released every 5 years, and it basically just goes over the mecha and stuff released for Super Sentai series. This one obviously goes up to Hakaizer. The thing I really like about this as a variant collector, which you can kind of tell by some of the things back here, is that it actually has these little intermissions in the book where they go through and they show off some of the cool variants and rare things that have come out over the years. Like for example, intermission 12 shows off the Hammer Doll fighter that came out during Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. There's a few things in here like that, and they go over things. There's Kira Major, you know, this is the new stuff that's been updated. Remember, we had 3 different versions of Red Mecha that were released. So you kind of got close to actually creating an all Red Mecha with that. Who was missing? Let's see. Oh, the Jet. So there was no replacement for Blue. But other than that, you got really close to creating a red one. And then there's also a whole section in here on the stuff that Korea released over the last few years. If you take a look at that. So, of course, the Gold Tokyo that actually got released in Korea and China. There are 2 different boxes. Titan King, Beast King. Those were the HakaijyuOh repaints, I think. And then there was the combo there. And then it went into the Brave series redo that they did all those mecha for. So there's a lot of good things in here. We sent a lot of these out. If you have one on order already, or you got it, you know, you haven't got it, look forward to that. If you do have it, let me know what you think, because I like these books. So that's cool. So that's the toy history book. Another thing that came in that I'm really excited about, the finale. So if you guys don't know, a company called Black Seed in China has been producing these little vinyls that are loosely based on Zyuranger and Power Rangers mecha. So, you know, you had the Megazord, you had the Dragon Zord, and you have Titanus. They're obviously not called. Titanus was the last to release. He's called Brontosaurus King for obvious reasons. And he's actually really cool. I've already got him assembled here with, you know, in his Mega Dragon Zord, or sorry, the Ultra Zord formation, but I think they call it, let's see, Extreme Giant Beast. Let's see if you can see that. Extreme Giant Beast. So you have Giant Beast, T-Rex Caesar, Brontosaurus King, and they all form together. You know, obviously these guys can pop out here. Mine has an issue where this is sometimes loose. Sometimes it stays in fine, sometimes it's not. I think it might actually be due to, you know, the swelling of the joints and whatnot in there. And then the face for that formation doesn't always stay on, but I'm gonna take him out so that we can take a look at Brontosaurus King on his own here. Pop that off. He's in his formation. Obviously, you can do that with the tail. Pop the tail pieces on there. Did I do that upside down? I think I did that upside down. I'm not sure if that's upside down, but there you go. You got that. You can take the piece off of the chest here for that combo. There's big boy, it's Brontosaurus King. Turnable head. You attach the tail guns there, but I obviously keep dropping them. I'm not even gonna fight with that anymore. And then there's also the feet there, which I put on the hands here, and I'm not gonna fight with taking off right now. So that brings that to the end. I'm hoping they can continue forward with the Thunder Zords. The first one he was, I think it was Captain Dragon. I'm gonna go get that. All right, I had to go grab Captain Dragon. He does transform into dragon mode and, you know, and into man mode. And then the expectation is, you know, once we get the rest of them, we'll be able to form the full mecha. But right now, this is all we've got. So I'm hoping that they continue that, but I'm really happy that we did get the finalization of this guy right here. So those came in just yesterday, Friday. It's Saturday, and I think most of those went out. I think there were a few stragglers that maybe did not go out. I know UPS was supposed to pick up some. I don't know if they did, but hopefully those got out to you guys so that you can enjoy that. And these guys are just falling all over the place. It doesn't matter. What else did we get in today? So another thing that we got in is not a big deal, but people keep talking about our tape and how they hate cutting the tape apart. So we end up getting stickers. So we got these stickers of Love Cove. I will be throwing them in with orders as usual. So don't have to worry about tearing apart the tape, you know, slicing the head off of that. Because if you do, chances are there's probably one of these inside and you'll have that instead. Another thing that actually just arrived today on a Saturday, I had to run over there and grab one myself, is this. Dino Fury Red action figure. Now, here's something messed up. This arrived from customs like this. There was no figure in the box. No figure, just like this. Customs obviously opened it to do a check or something like that, and never put the figure back. So I'll take one for the team here. I'm not gonna be able to open and fully review one, but we do have a whole case of these guys. Do have figures inside of them, so we don't have to worry about that. Now here's one that's been unmolested by the customs system here. You can see the figure's actually still in the box. I've been excited about these guys because ever since Hasbro got the license to Power Rangers, they've been opening up to more, companies to be able to do their thing. Since, Bandai was an actual toy company, they wanted to keep everything in-house. But Hasbro's like, screw it, everyone can get a little piece of this pie. So this is a company called Innovation Point. They actually showed off last year this figure and a bunch of action figure Megazords. The first one being Metal Power Thunder Megazord. We actually had assumed that one would release first, but that's gotten delayed a few times. And then even though this was shown off around the same time and had no release date, they reached out earlier in March and was just like, hey, these guys are ready to ship. You ready to throw them up? It's okay, what the heck, why not? So these guys are here. I'm not gonna pop this one open because as you saw, one that came from customs open, we're gonna have to deal with that, but we wanna keep as many of these sealed as possible to get them out to customers next week. Lastly, for arrivals, all right. Got something through DHL. I'm a little concerned that it says repacked because it's a variant that I've been hunting down for a little while now, and I finally got one. And I'm kind of concerned that DHL may have damaged it. We already saw what Customs did to the other action figure. So hopefully this guy's good. I hear a little bit of rattling in here, but I'm hoping it's just, the toy moving around. Let's see. Moment of truth. Let's get everything else out the way here. Oh, okay. So, everything looks okay so far, but let's see what comes out of here. Oh, I hate styrofoam. All right, here we go. So I'm now covered in styrofoam bits, but I got this out. What is it? No, it is not typical release. Booyah! So I'm gonna go through this guy, make sure everything's good. It looks like it's okay for right now. I'm not seeing anything crazy. I'm thinking that rattling around I was hearing was probably the chain. So that's good. Everything else looks good. This was a little personal grail of mine that I'm happy to have come in this week. So moving past what did come in this week, let's talk about what got kind of unveiled and revealed this week. One of the big things on the Power Ranger side of things was the fact that Korea was going to be doing yet another variant in the HakaijyuOh line. Now I showed you some earlier variants in the toy history book, but first thing they did was Titan King. This was, one of the first repaints they did. They had Cube Eagle and everything. And then they also did Beast King. That was the second one. And if you look on the back, they can combine. And then what actually got announced earlier this week is that Korea will be doing what they're calling Jurassic King. Now, here's this big boy here. Here's my current setup with the Korean cubes mixed in a bit with the Japanese cubes. You can see, obviously, all of Jewel the World's mecha is the Japanese release, but we're actually now gonna get a Korean release of this guy, and it's gonna be Jurassic King. That's gonna be Cube Mosa, Cube Stego, and Cube Tricera. And then that will obviously replace Cube Wolf, Cube Croc, and Cube Rhinos right there in the middle. And then we'll have a whole big badass mecha that will be just pure Korean. I'm excited to see that. No word on a special version of Cube Kuma there, but it's okay. We can make do with everything else it has here. No information yet on an exact release date or price. They say April release, so we should see more on that, soon. As for the previous releases, Titan King and Beast King, we'll try to get some more of those in. We had them before. We'll try to get some more of those in, for the folks that missed it and want to do the whole shebang here, but I can't guarantee that because, since they're not in production anymore, it can be a bit hard to get a hold of those. Boom. Also this week, Super 7 announced Wave 3 of their Power Rangers Ultimates line. It's gonna have the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger. It's gonna have the Dino Megazord, the original Megazord. He's gonna be 8 inches instead of the 7 inches that the other figures will be. We're gonna have Finster, Lord Zed, and then we're gonna have Lord Zed's throne as the last figure. So that'd be interesting. I believe that's set for August 2023, so we're a year and change out right now on that. So plenty of time to grab it if you want. We have pre-orders up for that. You can get the whole set, you can get them individual, but like I said, it's gonna be another year and change before we see those. So also on the Sentai side of things, Akibaranger is gonna be getting a special release. They're gonna have 5 Ranger keys, and then they're going to have 6 Sentai gears, one for season 1, one for season 2, gear-wise, and then the same thing with the keys. The Akibaranger had keys in the past, but they've done some updates here, and these are made for working in the Memorial Mobiles. So get that if that's the thing that you want. It's going to drop in October in Japan. Late last week, kind of this week, we found out that Hakaizer was going to have a YUDO figure release, and then HakaijyuOh was going to have a Minipla release. They're actually selling these as a set. It's the first time we've seen Minipla and a YUDO figure in a set, but it's cool because a lot of people like the design of Hakaizer, and then, you know, HakaijyuOh, everyone wanted DX, but we're just going to get a Minipla for now. Hoping down the line we'll see it, but at least for now you've got HakaijyuOh to go with your Battle Caesar Robo, and we have that up for pre-order as well, and that releases in September. Switching over to Kamen Rider pre-orders, the Kangaroo Vistamp that was TV Kun Super Battle DVD exclusive is actually going to be released without the DVD come August. It's actually going to be released with a super complete collection, a book that goes over kind of the Super Battle DVDs that came before it. So you can now get the Vistamp and that super collection book, but not the actual DVD, which a lot of people were complaining that they didn't want the DVD anyway because it doesn't have English subtitles and blah, blah, blah. So now you get the book and the Vistamp, and it's probably going to cost you less than what you'd pay on the third-party market right now for one of the TV Kun releases. So that releases in August. Also releasing in August, Volume 4 of the Kamen Rider and Ultraman VBM card sets. On the Kamen Rider side, you're going to have O's as well as Ankh. And then on the Ultraman side, you'll have Ultraman Diana, Gaia, and then I believe also Gamora. So you kind of have 3 things going on there, but that's Volume 4 that releases in August. We have it up for pre-order as well. Headed back to China for a Kamen Rider release, we actually have an extension blade of what we call the 1000% extension blade, and it's for the Bowser's weapon. That thing was dinky. Everyone knows that thing was dinky. It was definitely due for the extension treatment, and it's coming. We're gonna have those, we hope in June, but shipping from China's been a little wonky lately. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible. So hopefully we'll have that in June. Pre-orders available now. The last thing that we have that's not really Tokusatsu related, but that has been kind of popular, is that we have pre-orders up for SH Figuarts The Batman. This one actually looks really cool. Like, I like the design that they did for the Batman. Like this time around, I feel like the design is both kind of modern and edgy, but not like overly techy too. I like the way the Batarang is like included, you know, in the chest armor there. The figure comes with 2 heads, one, you know, Batman form, the other head kind of civilian form, but with the black paint around there. And it comes with gobs of accessories, and it comes with a cloth cape too. So that's actually pretty cool. Pre-orders for that are available now. We're only going to carry the USA release for this one, and those are expected in October. So the last thing I kind of want to touch on before closing out this video as a sort of update for the past week is the Holy Wing Vistamps. You probably noticed that the Thunder Girl Vistamps, we've got those in stock, ready to rock. They're good to go. Holy Wing Vistamps, we are still waiting on a very large shipment of those, but unfortunately one of those got stuck in FedEx Customs, and FedEx is having a hard time right now. Some things go to Indianapolis and they just die, they just disappear. So this particular shipment got cleared, it was cleared to go. And we waited. It's still sitting in Indianapolis somewhere. Finally got an update this week that they're now not sure where it is. They don't know if it maybe got on a flight and it wasn't scanned, and that's why it isn't updated. They don't know if it's in some storage locker somewhere. Personally, I think they probably damaged it or something like that. So we'll see what happens. Because that thing released a while ago and it was kind of in short supply, we were having trouble kind of getting a replacement for it. We did find a vendor to get a replacement order in from, and those are making their way here now. We hope to have those this week. So apologies to everyone that's been waiting for the Holy Wing Vistamp. I know we got a lot of them out. We did get a lot of them out, but there were a lot more that were waiting. And I thank you for your patience on that. And hopefully we'll have them this week. So that covers it. I think that's the week. I'm gonna go play with my toys, get my variant put away, I'll get my Brontosaurus King back up on the wall, and have a chill weekend. I hope you guys do too. Later.